Welcome to the Horror Globe, an international look on horror. And I'm your Canadian connection, Aaron. But for this video, I'm going to give it over to my two horror-loving kids for a special review on the pre-full moon Empire Pictures film Dolls with the Charles Band. And I think they're going to tell you a little bit more about it while I get myself some tea.
Yes. Well, I guess I'll start with the premise of the film. Essentially, a little girl, aptly named Judy, and her dad and her stepmother are driving somewhere. They're pretty much on summer vacation, doing their thing, and a horrible storm stops them, and they get stuck, and them, along with several of the people, end up staying the night at this toy maker's house, this maker of dolls, essentially. And it's Charles Band's first doll film, I believe, isn't it?
I say, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Which would become an ongoing trend for him, because he really likes small killer monster things, which makes sense. It's probably his creepiest. It's got some really freaky scenes. Specifically, if you've seen the cover, with the doll and the eyes and stuff, that is from a scene where they're looking for a character, this girl, and when she's found, she's like half doll, her eyes are up, just roll out of her face. I love that.
I
But
love that scene.
if you watch the Puppet Master movies, which is probably the closest thing he did to this afterwards, and funnily enough, the guy who plays the doll maker in this is the guy who would eventually play Andre Toulon in parts 3, 4, 5, and 7? Yeah, 7. Of Puppet Master, who played Andre Toulon. This is the creepiest, though, as well as the funnest. It's a straight-up horror movie, unlike some of Charles Band's other stuff.
Less cartoony.
What?
It's less cartoony.
It's a lot less cartoony. There's one really nice scene where her parents, she's like they're walking to the house, and it's before anything's happened, and the stepmom is quite the bitch about stuff, and she takes, because she's like whining about her teddy bear, the girl is, because she's gotta get it, and she takes the teddy bear and she throws it out, essentially, into a ditch. And then a scene plays out. Yeah, it was a ditch, it was a ditchy forest. It was the road, ditch, forest.
Yeah, because then she has...
Yeah, then we see the bear come out as this huge, adorable stuffed bear. And she's like, yeah, Barry. And then it bursts out of the stuffed bear's body as a real, gigantic, terrifying bear monster. And it kills her parents. It doesn't actually kill her parents. It's all a big hallucination on her part. But it's a really cool scene to start a movie off with.
One of the best.
It honestly is. It has nothing to do with I guess... No, it doesn't even have anything to do with the rest of the plot other than it's a cool scene. None of the dolls become super giants at any point. That doll wasn't made by the people. It's just a fun scene. It's one of my favorite scenes from anything. Just giant evil teddy bear. It's very routine and fun, obviously. It's got it's a slasher. It's pre-Full Moon slasher, so it didn't have any sequels. There's no dolls versus freaking demonic toys. It's probably the only actual full-on horror one, other than, I guess, Puppet Master 2, but that one was also...
This is it's pre-full moon.
Yeah, it's pre-full moon, so... It also has the happiest ending
Yeah.
adorable film.
I'm gonna pop in now and just
Yeah.
say, I got a haircut.
Yeah, you did. They would know. This is horrible. So, either way,
But I love the movie Dolls. I watched it like how many times?
we watched it on my birthday. We watched it another few times. Oh,
It's like I don't know, like what?
we watched
10
it like
million?
yeah, we watched it a
10
bunch of times.
million times.
I have the shirt at. I have a shirt which I should. I wish I would have worn this shirt right now. That would have been like so fitting. Also, I should note that the dolls look really freaking creepy.
Yeah.
They've all like when they're like dolls are scary overall. I think we can all agree that dolls are freaky looking.
Yeah.
But these stop motion dolls have these like really wide eyes and like freaky looking teethy smiles that are terrifying. Oh.
One thing I like about there's mostly all of the characters, like in the movie, are completely horrible
Yeah.
and totally deserve to die in all ways.
Except for Ralph.
Except for Ralph.
Yeah, but
It's another
except
thing.
for one guy and one little girl, Judy and Ralph, and like
And Judy's doll punch.
yeah,
Get the punch in Judy.
but she got that.
Yeah.
And I really like the ending.
Oh. There's another thing. We get a good male character, a really nice male character that isn't the guy from Friday the 13th Part 3, and he lives. He doesn't just die. That's one of my major gripes with Friday the 13th Part 3. What do you think, Lucian?
Luchador.
Luchador.
You're forgetting one very important thing.
Oh, what is that, Luchador?
You must remember that this is Stuart Gordon's directorial film
Oh.
for Empire Pictures. And he will
Oh.
go on to do all of those really cool Jeffrey Combs movies with the
That's true.
with like Reanimator.
That
He
was
will do stuff like that. But also, the most important thing is that this is written by Ed Nehe. And Ed Nehe is the guy that wrote Troll.
The first troll? Yeah.
The original Troll with
Yeah.
Sonny Bono, who became governor.
See,
Luchador.
Luchador. That
And do not forget, Guy Rolfe is in this movie as well.
guy Rolf was yes
The guy that you mentioned earlier.
the one who plays Anakin. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. The middle of it, people dying.
Yeah, they're
It's-
just getting slowly killed off.
And slowly kill off in cool creative ways. There's one part where like you get the firing squad of toy soldiers gunning someone down, which is excellent. You get like of course a swarm of freaky dolls. You get to see what the dolls look like under their plaster, and that is freaky as well. It's probably this breaks. And
There is one more thing.
oh, okay. Hello, Luchagor.
Ed Nehe, this would not be his only time doing tiny creatures, for he would also be writing, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Honey, I Blew Up the Baby.
Is
He
that?
worked with children a lot.
Do we really?
Oh, yes.
Do we really want to bring those films into this?
Can we
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My favorite part of the ending scene is how when Ralph and Judy wake up, the guy living in the house that they stay at, the toy maker, doll maker,
Got it all scared. Yeah.
he writes a letter that is signed by Judy's father saying that they left without her, which is no surprise, and that she was on her own. And all the other people were just said to be left, and Ralph and Judy had just kind of completely forgot about what happened entirely.
Pretty much chalk it up to a dream.
Yeah, and then they left, and I think this part is my favorite. At the end, you see in mid-daylight, after they pull out, you see another car
Oh yeah.
pull up. They see another car pull up, and you see a family get out of that car, which is the same way Judy and her family entered.
I'd
And I thought
say
that was
also one of my favorite parts is that we also get to see the really disturbing scene of everyone who's been killed in the form of dolls, just kind of like in these freaky paralyzed like states, just looking around and making like noises with looks of terror, of just staring around. It's like the worst fate for any group of like victims in a film.
Deserved.
Yeah, very deserved. Very deserved.
Anything else in the movies?
Other than it's probably my favorite Charlotte Band film, even though I really like the Puppet Master films. It's the best of the small killer doll films.
Let's
It's
see
my
Knives.
favorite horror movie.
I'd say it ranks up there with mine too.
I gotta agree. These guys here did an awesome job on the review. Dolls is a seminal classic for Charles Band. It pretty much set the stage for a lot of the stuff that was to come.
Yeah.
I would consider Dolls not only a horror movie, but in kind of a horror fairy tale.
Yeah,
in
no.
which we kind of get a good ending.
Yeah,
For the right people. It wasn't something that would happen all the time, and it would be the one time that they did it really right. We have a great director on this one, I think.
yeah. I'd like to say that it did not in any way influence Puppet Master Access Power or Access Rising. So that's one good point on it as well.
One thing I really liked about it was that the dolls weren't just out to kill. They were only out to kill people who deserved to die.
Yeah, there's another thing. That's one of the things that the puppets kind of had also. In the Puppet Master, there's references to like, oh, they like only do what their master says, and if the master's good stuff. But these dolls were awesome. There was just leagues of them. That's the way you should do a film about dolls. Also, for anyone who loves little Easter eggs, in the film Puppet Master 2, you can see the main doll from Dolls, Punch, in Two Horns Pork Chop in several scenes.
That's a good fact.
Yes.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we are.
Have we?
I
Well,
think so. Like, all I can say, it's got great atmosphere. It's a dark film.
so would
Go
you guys
watch it.
say that people should watch Dolls this Halloween?
Yeah, they should watch Dolls
Yes.
this Halloween.
Dolls is out on MGM. Unfortunately, now that's the only one that I think it's out for, at least in our region. I would love to see Scream Factory do a special Blu-ray edition of Dolls. It would be
can
great, but I
imagine the cover
don't
of
know
that.
if they can because unless they get a deal with Full Moon. I know that Full Moon's putting out their own stuff, but in England there's a company called 88 Films that are putting out Full Moon stuff.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe somewhere along there we'll get a good release of Dolls. It was a great movie. If Full Moon doesn't own it right now, but Charles Band probably does. I think he should do a deal with Scream Factory to get some of his early Empire Pictures stuff out there. I know that we've already seen some Empire Pictures stuff come out on Scream Factory. Terror Vision, for example, was an Empire Pictures film done by Charles Band.
I would love to see the cover for Scream Factory version of Dolls.
Make it happen,
I
guys.
don't know how they could get it any better than the original cover, though.
Cliff,
It's an excellent cover.
make it happen. Let us see this one here. But yeah, it is a pretty cool cover anyway. But it'd be cool to see original artwork. You know, be able to turn it over. Let's get a collector's edition of Dolls out there, guys. If you want to see a collector's edition of Dolls and you think Scream Factory should do it, go to the Scream Factory Facebook page and let them know.
Yeah.
Also, Blu-ray.com. Cliff McMillan, who works pretty much for the acquisitions in Scream Factory, he's the guy that he goes on Blu-ray.com a lot. Go on their Scream Factory forum there and say that you want to see Dolls. We'd love to see it, right?
Oh, yeah,
We'd love to see Dolls. And right now, guys, I'm looking around for something that I really need, and that is what? What do I need?
Tea. I'm going to say tea.
Maybe. Wait.
I think it's going to be tea.
Yeah, we just finished a really good game of Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
So right now,
I've got wood for teas.
yeah, wood for tea.
In the game, 3 times I traded wood for sheep.
Wood for sheep.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks, guys, for doing this video. Welcome to the Horror Globe. Subscribe to the Horror Globe if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And this little girl here, she's got a channel as well, Cassandra Pinn. Subscribe to her channel, but remember, her dad is always watching. Thanks a lot, guys, and it is time for tea.